Now, as a bonus, I'll just make a few quick comments on what I think this open source release means for what we know about proprietary models. First of all, the move back to mixture of experts has completely made the 180. We went from having mixture of experts with GPT-4 and then going away from that with the Llama 2 and 3 series of models. And then with Llama 4 and also with models like DeepSeek, we came back to mixture of experts. And here it seems we have now fully come back to mixture of experts, probably because of the speed improvement that they allow, but also because model providers have figured out how to balance the experts during training. That was one of the key things DeepSeek figured out, and maybe OpenAI have even better techniques. But the fact that they're able to run such large models that only activate a small number of experts means that they are able to very effectively repartition the information across all of the experts during training in a way that is balanced. I haven't examined the balance and the usage of the experts when we do inference. That would be something interesting to look at, and it might be a way to compare how well OpenAI are able to balance the experts during training compared to DeepSeek or to other companies like that. Now, it seems from the performance of the OpenAI OSS model that they are using a lot of their harnesses for the reinforcement learning, because the reasoning performance is as good as O4 Mini for the larger of the OSS models here. An interesting question is, what are they holding back that is not being used, that is being used in the proprietary models? In some ways, by releasing these open source models, they have kind of overwritten some of the proprietary models like GPT 4.1, which is performing worse even than the smaller open source model on many benchmarks. They've also probably overwritten some of the text performance of models like GPT 4.0. Now, the open source models here don't support images or audio, so that remains kind of a defining dimension of the proprietary models that OpenAI are offering right now. So that's one axis where they haven't fully shared across. One might also guess that the proprietary models are larger. You can see the performance of O3 is outperforming, still outperforming O3 Pro, especially outperforming the larger OSS model. So possibly that indicates a bit of a larger model. And the same then with O4 Mini, it's performing a little bit better, potentially a larger model as well, or potentially adding some splits of data for reinforcement learning that just weren't provided to these models here. Perhaps what's most significant here is that Llama has fallen off of the leaderboard for open source models, and there has been no Western model that is open source. So the most significant thing about this release is the capabilities. Now, at least within the top, say, 10 models of all models, we again see the reappearance of a Western model, and it is a model that is quite fast as well as being capable.